Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. Once again, it's been a little bit, but we are back. Sorry, Jeexx being busy because he has a project at school that he's working on. Hopefully you understand. But today we are playing, as you can see from the name, Duel Overload bullshit. This set is extremely powerful. It's probably, if you're just looking at like relative to the time, it's one of the most powerful Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets of all time, giving us an all-star lineup of not only just a bunch of really good link monsters for existing archetypes like Ancient Gear Ballista and Gilgamesh that we've already seen, courtesy of the anniversary episode, but also, as you can see, a quadruple lineup here of now banned link monsters, in addition to Verte Anaconda, which we're not playing today. Basically, the idea of my deck is I'm trying to do the most degen shit possible, and we're gonna break down how we're gonna be doing just that. And if you missed it when I talked about it in the past, I'm not doing set breakdowns anymore. I feel like those are kind of redundant, and especially at this point in time, like every single episode basically is gonna have a bunch of legacy support. So if they're like new archetypes in there that are interesting, we're probably going to be playing them anyway. And if there's like some other stuff, as I said now, I might as well just talk about it here. But we have a clean 2020 here, and to start us off, we are running 2 copies of Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. I don't want to run 2 cards, but as you can see, I literally need to meet the space. It also gives us Blackwing, so yeah, that's what it's here for. We also have Ash Blossom Joyous Spring, as well as Nibiru for our 2 hand traps this time around. I figured, given the nature of the set, I assume Jeexx is also going to be just doing a bunch of like super degen bullshit. And I think still for the time it's hard to do the degen bullshit without being able to get nibbed. But obviously you have ways to stop it, like going into Herald early in your combo. But still, I think Nibby is going to be good in this set. We have Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. I think we've seen this once or twice before, but it's essentially a hand trap that when your opponent link summons monsters, you get to draw usually 2, and then you put 1 back and shuffle it back into your deck. But it's still a like free body on the field. It's a way to summon, and it also gives you protection from targeting. So it's actually a pretty good card. Triple Twin Twisters can help us get stuff on the graveyard, but more importantly, if Jeexx is running some vanity shit, or I don't know. I think we have everything vanity spanned though this year for that, but mostly just to fill space once again to meet the quota. 1 call by the grave because we don't want to get hand trap 1 monster reborn, because as you'll see in a little bit, we just care about a bunch of bodies on the field. Foolish Burial to get Zephyros into the grave, and then triple Imperm, and we can run this many hand traps because Imperm and Phantasme are in the set. As for the actual other half of the deck through legacy support, it's basically just a bunch of Blackwings. Blackwings are there because we can, they not only give us a bunch of like really good tuners to go into the Needle Fiber or Aurodon line of our deck, but they're also very good, obviously, at swarming the field, which then helps us do our Simorgh Union Carrier stuff. We have 3 copies of Gove, 3 copies of Gale, 2 copies of Chris, 2 copies of Bora, and 3 copies of Harmadan the Dust. We've seen these a bunch of times, I don't have to talk about them anymore. We have also a single copy of Raptor Lanius. If you control phase of XYZ monster, you can special this from your hand. You can also special it once per turn. It's easy to do with 4 Shreks. It's another copy on the board. And the piece of our end board for the Simorgh line, we have Apex Avian and Thunderbird. If you know, if you know, you know. Essentially, we are trying to create a lock where we have infinite amount of negates in where we have, for every single chain, we have a negate with Apex returning Thunderbird to hand and then specialing. Obviously, it can be a run over, but it's still, they need to use their battle phase for it. Then we have a Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion in Despot 001. These are for the Needle Fiber Auroradon line. Despot obviously can be used to make Needle Fiber. It summons itself back with the Auroradon tokens. And O-Lion is our Mecha Phantom Beast target to summon with the Tribute 2 mode of Auroradon from deck. And then we're just running a single copy of a Black Whirlwind because obviously it helps get our Blackwings out. I don't want to get more of this on the board due to reasons that I can just say it here, because in testing basically every single time, the most amount of back row I had with the Simorgh line, which by the way, how Simorgh works, it essentially cares about open spaces on both players. Spell and Trap Zone, which is also why Twin Twisters is really nice, but it needs to be at least 7 open spaces to be able to summon Apex Avian, and in testing, like Black Whirlwind being one, obviously Thunderbird being another one, and then sometimes Imperm being the third one is usually what came up, and then the Call by the Grave is another one that may come up, but usually it's one of these two if I'm getting there, maybe a Black Whirlwind, and then always Thunderbird, so that's exactly 7 slots left, which is why I don't really want more copies of Black Whirlwind either. Obviously, drawing into it would be nice, and if I had more space, I probably wouldn't run another copy, but I think this is fine. And then we have just a single copy of Rank of Magic Soul Shave Force, because if we open a really good hand, we can actually end on the Simorgh lock with also Sidra Infinity on the board. Obviously, pay half your life points, target rate of the Xyz monster in okay red, spell summon it, and spell summon from your extra deck in Xyz monster that is 2 ranks higher than the monster by using it as Xyz material. And Infinity being a 6 means that we can just go into Infinity using a 4 Strix in a grave, which is really nice. The side deck is kind of nothing. It's basically, it's the Simorgh actual archetype. So this is basically if I want to play not degenerate and I want to play Simorgh the way it's intended to be played, we can go for this, but unfortunately we don't have Bird of Perfection yet, which kind of completes a lot of this stuff, but it's still like, it's a fine package, so it's there. And then we just have a single Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend to side in for games 2 and 3 instead of Herald of Mirage Lights, which we will be never summoning. This is only here because it's in the set and I wanted Herald of Arc Light. And the way to break down the extra deck, I think that it makes the most sense to break it out in the packages. The first one, and the more degenerate one, is going to be the Simorgh Union Carrier lock with Mist Valley Apex Avian and Thunderbird. So, Simorgh Bird of Sovereignty is a Link 3, takes 2+ monster, including at least one Winged Beast monster, cannot be used as a Link material itself. Your opponent can target this card or any Winged Beast monster it points to with card effects, and if this card would be destroyed by battle, you can destroy one other Simorgh card you control instead. And importantly, during the end phase, you can special summon a Winged Beast monster from your hand or deck with a level equal to or lower than the number of unused spell and trap zones on the field. And this is a hard once per turn, happens during the end phase. So essentially, we get something. Actually, let me talk about this after we talk about Union Carrier. Takes 2 monsters with the same type or attribute. We will use either Darks or Winged Beast, but basically those be the same. The nice thing here is also all of our actual extenders being Darks, and Phantasm also being Dark, means that Phantasm can be used to make Union Carrier. Can be used as a Link material to turn its Link summon. You can target a face monster you control, equip monster from your hand or deck with its same original type or attribute, and the equipped monster gains 1000 attack. If you equip the deck, you can spell summon a monster with that equipped size name for the rest of the turn, and this effect is a hard once per turn. Obviously meant to be serving as Union support, but we use it to do degenerate shit, and that's why it's banned. Essentially, we get any 2 monsters on the field to make Union Carrier. And then with 3 additional cards. We can then make Simorgh. We can use Union Carrier to equip Thunderbird to Simorgh, and then end phase use Simorgh to summon Apex Avian from deck and have the lock. Apex Avian will be protected from card effect targeting by Simorgh. It's relatively big, so it's hard to get run over, and it will be just constantly using Mist Valley Thunderbird to prevent our opponent from playing. Really fun stuff. And the other half, which is a lot less demanding because it doesn't need as much material, just because how Hulk works, where essentially as long as I can put 2 monsters on the field, including a tuner, it doesn't matter what the tuner is, we're fine. Where Hulk Fiber, or more commonly known as Needle Fiber, takes 2 monsters including a tuner. If it's link summoned, you can spell summon a level 3 or lower tuner from your hand or deck in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. And then during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, as a quick overview, you can banish this card for your control to spell summon tuners and monsters from your extra deck. We will not be using the latter effect, but the first one, as long as we put this thing on the board, we can use its effect to bring out Despot 001. Then we can use Despot 001 and Needle Fiber to go into Aurodon. And what Aurodon does is it takes 2+ machine monsters. If this card is link summoned, you can activate this effect to spell summon 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens that are level 3s. And you cannot link summon for the rest of the turn. And then once per turn, you contribute up to 3 monsters and apply one of these effects based on number attributed. Either destroy the card on the field, spell summon a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your deck, or add a trap from your graveyard to your hand. We will basically always be using the second effect. And essentially, we have 3 tokens and Aurodon on the field, as well as Despot 001, because we use it to make Aurodon. We use Aurodon itself, as well as 1 token, to use the second effect, to summon out a Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion from our deck. And then we use we use O-Lion and the 2 tokens to make an 8, which in our case is going to be Cyframe Lord Omega. O-Lion will get sent to the graveyard. We can summon a token, and we can use the token and Despot 001 to make Herald of Arclight to essentially just end us on Cyframe Omega and Herald of Arclight. And honestly, obviously for the standards of this episode, it's not that crazy, but it's so easily accessible, and still like ending on an Omni Negate as well as like ripping something from Jeex's hand is still pretty damn nice. As for the other parts of the deck, like I said, Herald of Mirage Light, we're never summoning. We have seen most of the Blackwing stuff already. We have 2 copies of Sohara the Rainstorm just because we can banish the Sohaya from our grave to summon it back. Or if we use one already, then we can Synchro Summon this and Synchro Summon. Thanks to Synchro Summon, it is treated as a tuner. Then we summon back the other Sohaya from our grave, and we can use those 2 to make Full Armor Master. I didn't get to play Full Armor Master in the episode where a bunch of Galaxy Eye support came out, because I was obviously playing that, so maybe we can play that now. And then I just had Chidori the Rain sprinkling here, because we obviously have Force, and we have Gale, and we also have Harmadan and Gofu. So 7 is likely to come up, and it's just the best one we have access to. Herald of Arclight, like I said, this, I don't know what they were smoking with this card and how it took this long to get it banned. It's a generic level 4, which, to be fair, for Synchro is kind of hard to get to, but it has 3 main effects. First and foremost, any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is instead banished. Then on field, when a spell trap or monster effect is activated, you contribute this card to negate the activation and destroy that card, if you do. And then finally, if this card is sent to the graveyard from anywhere by any means, you can add a ritual monster or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. No once per turns anywhere. So yeah, it's diabolical. This card is heinous, and I don't see a future where, for the entire series we play, this card remains unbanned. As for the final couple of cards, we have Raid Raptor for Strix at 2 copies, which it's a way for us with our rank up to go into Sidra. We use 2 to essentially get 2 on the board. It's just a free body to get on the field. And finally, we have Raid Raptor White Strix, takes 2 Dark Wing Beast monsters. This also came out in the set. On Link Summon, it's supposed to summon a level 4 Dark Wing based monster from your deck in defense position, put it effects are negated, and it cannot be used as link material. And then if your Rage to Xyz monster effect is activated, you can set a rank up magic spell from your deck, and if it's a quick play, it can be activated this turn. Essentially, we can go into this, we summon something, we go into Force Tricks, we use Force Tricks lets us set Soul Shave Force, then we just use Force Tricks, and our other thing is to make the Union Carrier Simorgh stuff, and go from there, and we have our Force Tricks in the grave. And oh yeah, and finally, we'll be, like I said, we'll be citing in this card for Herald. Essentially, this is just here because we don't really have a lot of stuff to do going second, so I wanted something that's really easy to make. And as I said, the needle fiber order online is very accessible, so if we can get there, we can just make this as our 8 instead of Omega, and just hopefully nuke the board. But I do believe that for the most part, this episode, whoever goes first just wins. But yeah, thank you for watching the breakdown. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully enjoyed Jeexx as well. Sorry for the long. Yep. We will see you in the dueling zone.
Okay, so we are playing Duel Overload. And as you can probably tell, based off of the fact that there is like a near infinite amount of red in this deck, and the point count is over 700 points again, we're playing some degenerate shit. So we're running what I guess you could dub needle fiber turbo, right? This thing is gonna be making needle fiber, and then going from there to make a board using Herald of the Arclight, and then going into a bunch of other nonsense, including an Abyss Dweller with Entes under it, and then ending up on a board with Abyss Dweller, with Entes, with Aurora Dawn, and a Herald of Perfection, and an Archlord Christia. Christia has the effect that if you have exactly 4 monsters in your graveyard, you can spell some of this card from your hand. 4 fairy monsters in your graveyard. If summoned this way, target 1 fairy monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. Neither player can special summon monsters. If this face-up card would be sent from the field of the graveyard, place it on the top of the deck instead. Ash Blossom, like obviously this thing is a floodgate. So spoiler alert, this thing is getting shot after today because this thing is not fun. It has 100 points for a reason. Ash, Gofu, we talked about Gofu before, Zephyros, we're running Cyber Synchron, mostly just because of the fact that I can summon Cyber Synchron using Needle Fiber, and then I can increase its level to make another card's level be lower, and then maybe use that for summoning some stuff. Despot 001, obviously for the actual combo. Phantasme, Ghost Ogre, Cultwing, allows you to summon 2 tokens when special summon. Hydride, and Plague Spreader, Zombie, Sangan, Tour Guide. Tour Guide allows me to summon Hydride, which allows me to have a tuner and a non-tuner in the field and make a Needle Fiber. And then Sangan, obviously, with Tour Guide, allows me to fetch a card that has 1,500 attack or less. And then we have Plague Spreader Zombie, which allows me to also go directly into Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber, we're going to be talking about in a moment. But we have Ben 10, we have Perfection, we have Called by the Grave. Perfection is a Omni Negate. Whenever your opponent plays a card, you can just send a fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard. We obviously don't have that many fairy monsters. We only have Ben 10 and we have Christia, but that's still more than enough usually. Then we have Silent Mining for some Cyber support cards, namely in this case Cyber's Synchron. And then we have Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, Eagle Booster, Hornet Drones, Engage, Impermanence, Dawn of the Herald. Quick draw. Then we have a bunch of Synchro monsters in here. We have a Necro Dragon specifically for taking in against a Zombie World deck if we happen to be playing into one. Then we have Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend to pop tokens, which we can use. We can summon this guy on Weebfox's turn using using Shooting Riser Dragon, which I think is pretty huge, actually. Like, this thing can be really nice. And then we can go from there, for example, into Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which can be really good as well. Then we have connection error. Then we have Trish, and we have Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster effect is activated, you can attach 2 materials from this card. Then the activated effect becomes both players draw 1 card. So the idea here is we make a board without ever having to commit our without having to ever commit our normal summon. Then we go from there into normal summoning Tour Guide. We overlay like Tour Guide and Sangan to make Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, and now we have another monster negate on board. Needle Fiber, Linkery, Bow, Kagari, Widow Anchor. And this is the effect of must be spell summoned by sending the above card to control the graveyard, and once per turn you can spell summon a level 4 or monster from your hand, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, from anywhere, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. Herald of the Arclight. Level 4, Fairy, Synchro, 600 attack, 1000 defense, 1 tuner, non-tuner. Any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, quick effect, you contribute this card and negate the activation. And if you do, destroy that card. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one ritual monster or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Then we have Stardust Dragon, Abyss Dweller, Dingirsu for machine support, specifically Manchu's machine monster. We have Dreadnought, which is a number monster. And then we have Dugares, which is a pivotal card for the combo. We have Celestial Nightlord Parshat, which is fairy support. And then we have Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber, Abyss King Gilgamesh, which gives you access to Abyss, which gives me Abyss Dweller. Herald the Mirage Lights, which gives me access to all the Herald cards. And then we have Aurora Dawn. If this card is linked summoned, you can activate this effect. Spell summon 3 Mega Phantom Beast tokens. Let me try level 3 wind monsters, machine monsters. Also, you cannot link summon for the rest of the turn. Once per turn, you contribute up to 3 monsters that apply one of these effects based on the number of attributed. The one that we care about is special summon 1 Mega Phantom Beast from your deck. Then we have Almirage for using this with using this for Plague Splitter. Then we have Despato 1, obviously, which I mentioned earlier, which allows itself to be summoned with Aurora Dawn and also Coldwind. But this deck is gonna go giga hard, and we're definitely gonna see 2 different variants of it. So enjoy the matches. Good luck with the games.
What's up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to the Simorgh Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. It's been a little bit, but we are back. Jeexx has been very busy, but it's hopefully... No! This is the most devastating coin toss loss of my life, because if you know what's in this set... It's
okay. You just draw that nib. You draw.
Please, it's over. All right, can we just go next? I think.
You actually want to go next, or
no? You remember we have our rule. First 2 turns are played out, and if there's one episode where you gotta let the bullshit play out, it's this one. But I have 1 point of interaction, so go ahead.
Point of interaction.
I'm sure it'll do a lot here.
I'm running up against the wall here though, because I have the bare minimum in my extra deck, and in game 2 I put everything in because I got a bunch of shit in the extra deck just that gives me words.
Yep, I feel that.
If you have 1 point of interaction though, that's the perfect amount. But Hornet Drones.
Go for it.
Okay. Special summon this. Then
the bullshit in your fingertips only to play Sky Striker.
I mean,
it enables a lot of bullshit. It enables, to be fair, it enables everything, which is why we limited engage. So yeah.
Exactly. So let's see. Can I actually? No, I need a tuner for that. This isn't a tuner. That's not a tuner. I need this thing. It's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to normal summon Tour Guide from the Underworld and activate the effect of Tour Guide from the Underworld.
Tour Guide effect is okay.
I special summon from my deck a level 3 Fiend. Now, I summon out Phantom King Hydride. Who is a motherfucking level 3 Fiend tuner.
But it cannot be used as synchro material.
I cannot use it as synchro material, but that doesn't matter, as I can simply...
Yep, you can obviously... The big T does a lot more here, so... There is Needle Fiber.
And this motherfucker would like to say that I summon a tuner from my deck.
If you link summon, you can summon a level 2. Yeah, that is okay, but I will be chaining.
Oh.
Fantastical Dragon Phantasme.
Oh yeah. You want to draw some shit?
I would like to draw 2 and then shuffle 1. That is okay.
That is okay.
Yeah. I would like to have some more interaction against this deck. Crazy, I know. And then I will Yeah, I don't have to show what I'm shuffling back, so I'll just put
Right.
this one there, and I will shuffle. And go for it.
Summon out from my deck a...
And now I also have another piece of interaction on my board, since if you target a monster I control, I can destroy the targeting monster. Or card, sorry. Which I'm sure will do a lot. Yippee, Despot, you're gonna be seeing this guy a lot this episode, I'm sure.
I do this here.
Oh, guys, what is he summoning now? Leave your comments below before it happens. You have 3, 2, 1 second. Okay, if your answer was...
It is Mega Phantom Beast Aurora!
You would be right.
Wow!
If you didn't say Aurora, then what the fuck is wrong with you? What else could it have been? Like,
don't ask them. They don't know. They don't understand. Well, let us summon out 3 tokens.
sounds good.
1, 2, 3.
These are
and
level
then
3s, and the
activate.
Hornet Rose token is a 1, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. And then activate the effect of Deskbot 001 to special summon out itself.
Yes,
it
sir.
has a lot
It's
of attack and
big.
defense, by the way.
Yep.
I didn't even think about this, but like technically, if you go second, you just
Yeah,
get
I mean-
to this point. It's like I'm gonna fucking beat you up.
You know, that's the idea that it was initially planned for. Is like, hey, the Despots are an OTK machine, so obviously you're gonna be punching people with this, right? It's,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. Welcome to Aurora on loops, actually.
Okay, I cannot summon any more Link monsters for the rest of this turn. Unfortunately, that
I'm
doesn't
sure-
really matter.
Yeah, I'm
here.
sure
fairly
none of the
certain.
tuner aspects here will matter at all.
Yes. Deskbot 001 and the tuner, one of the tokens for a level,
Level 4.
4 Herald of the Arclight.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would like to activate the effect of Auroradon to tribute 2 tokens. Is this a cost? It is a cost. Do I tribute any
Yeah,
tokens?
once per turn, you can tribute up to 3 monsters and apply one of these effects.
Any tokens? Ooh.
They don't have to be tokens, they can even be monsters, so you can tribute
Yeah.
Auroradon itself.
I was wondering if I could just sack the Sky Striker token because it's kind of useless. But
Yep.
I could, in
It just says...
theory, make an 8.
Yep. I was just gonna say, thus far it's literally looking almost exactly how I will let you peer into my brain. I just tried to use as many of the bullshit cards in the set as possible, and thus far it's looking basically exactly the same as what my Aura line would have looked like. But I think now we're deviating a little bit, so that's nice.
Oh, I might have used the Horner drones in the wrong way. Because now I would get out a Mecha Phantom Piece Cold Wing and summon out 2 tokens, and I'm running out of space. I forgot that the Horner drones actually goose me here.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. The reason why I summoned it was because I was thinking,
Hey, it's a free body. Because it's like, hey, it's a free body, obviously.
Yeah, the main reason why I summoned it was because I was considering that I would have a play with it. Then I looked into my side, into my extra deck, and I realized, wait, Kagari isn't in the main deck because I need Stardust Dragon in the main deck.
Oh yeah, because I gotcha.
Now I'm slightly. Do you give a fuck if I just demonstrate it at this point? Like just
Honestly?
shoot one of the tokens.
Go for it.
Because this is gonna be nonsense regardless. And then from here,
Dude, I'm losing the series. We're playing Duel Overload. I'm probably cheating with my deck building. I don't give a fuck what we do here. Like, I'm gonna be so dead ass. I don't give a fuck what happens here.
whereas then Herald of Arclight and Coldwing for a special summon from the grave. And when Herald of the Arclight is sent to the graveyard, I get to add to my hand a ritual or ritual.
Oh yeah,
ritual
no,
monster
it
or
was
spell.
any ritual. I've heard. Yeah, no, I think the Link adds fairies, because that's how you
Yes.
get this in the sets.
Yes. Then I would like to add.
I'm also
Is it
playing this. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I would like to add to my hand a Ben 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's the coolest kid that doesn't play all day. It's Ben 10.
You know a deck is cool when it includes Benton and Herald of Arclights.
Yeah.
Those only do really cool stuff.
Then Herald of Arclight and Dugaris for an Entes.
Would these go to the grave or would these go... Oh wait, never mind. These were just from deck. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Then send those to the grave to summon out Entes and then Herald Arclight again. And I would like to add to my hand a Dawn of the Herald. Let me see.
The ultimateness is coming.
Yes. Specifically a level 4. Fuck you. That's green. Then token that guy.
Yeah, for a 4.
Guy,
Third Herald.
4. Yes, and then overlay for an Abyss Dweller? Question mark. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Wait, this herald is supposed to be in the grave. I might have skipped a step here.
That's fine. We're skipping steps. We're taking back 17 place. It's dual overload. It's lit.
Overload. Yeah. Wait, how do I have this thing on board without my fucking herald in the grave? What do I say? How did I... Wait, I'm actually confused now, because, like, I'm supposed to be able to use all of my heralds before I end up on Dweller, and I feel like I miscount. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can do this thing regardless. So, Herald, Dawn of the Herald using Ben 10 to summon Herald of Perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And then activate the effect of Ben 10.
Yes, sir.
To add to my hand a Christia, and then detach the Herald. Then search my deck for something because I can just detach this at any point.
Yep.
Yes, you cannot activate any cards in the graveyard this turn. Yeah. Then add to my hand a thing that I don't actually have in the deck because it was already in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these motherfuckers. So I summon out a Archlord Christia, and if summoned this way, I get to target a fairy monster in my graveyard and add that target to my hand. And I would like to add I guess, Ben 10.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I think that's it.
Yippee.
Neither player can special summon monsters, and if this face up card would be sent to place it on top of the deck instead.
Yep.
And when you activate anything, I send a fairy monster from my hand to the graveyard.
Yeah, you obviously have that. It adds more fuel for it. Abyss Dweller is there for another turn. I mean, it's... I don't think we need to do anything here. Obviously, would have been a little... Sorry?
Just like,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, my hand also doesn't really do anything, but that's also the thing here is, like, as we said, to say you go first, or you open Nib or whatever. Actually, there wasn't really that much other stuff that you could get to just, like, going second, but yeah, I mean, like I said, like...
It demonstrates perfectly what this deck does.
Yeah, it's basically, this is going to be, like, this is not an episode where we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because everything in the set is there to make your opponent not play the video game. So, like, nothing matters. So if we do takes backs, he's like, hey, can we show this? That's perfectly fine. There are going to be no winners this episode because we're playing Duel Overload in all of its glorious bullshit.
This shit is so nonsense, bro.
Yep.
It's insane.
In a sense, to do that, I'm hoping that I open the other side of my deck instead of the stuff to do into Aurora Dawn.
Just to check, you're not running Zombie World, right? I don't need to check my deck in, right?
No, I'm not.
Because I have a card in here that specifically exists. Oh, if I happen to go second in the first game and you play a Zombie World, motherfucker, you better believe I'm bringing out the Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon.
No, I'm not. Even though we're showing degeneracy, I'm not doing fucking Zombie World vanity shit. It's like
I respect that.
That's where I draw the line.
I'm just gonna put this Quasar in just in
And
case.
my side deck was dead ass one extra deck card, so I can take out my Herald of Mirage Lights, and otherwise it's 14 cards, entirely a complete deck. If I felt like I wanted to actually play proper Yu-Gi-Oh and not just degen out, but yeah.
My entire side deck is just, hey, do you want to do these plays but better?
Can I mulligan?
Yeah, go for it. I think
Good.
that's fine.
I opened both of my bricks, and my deck literally doesn't work.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna put. Okay, right.
No,
What
it's
did you draw? Can you show? Or
I
is
mean,
it-
it'll probably show
yeah,
up if I can pull it off. So it's
Right.
literally both of my targets
I-
that I need to summon from deck are in my hand.
So for me, this deck is running a couple of cards specifically for the purpose of I normal summon Plague Spitter, I make the Salamangreat link with it, I summon Plague Spitter back by placing my break back on the top of the deck, and then I make Needle Fiber.
That's fair. I mean, I don't think I can. I can't do this right, but I think I can do something. Because if I go. Actually, wait. If I go into you, and I don't have the levels for that, right?
Oh fuck, my side deck is man.
Yeah, I mean, we can
Doesn't matter.
play it out. Essentially, these are established. These are essentially gotta be. Let's
are
do
goofy
some
ass games.
demonstrating shit. So,
Yeah.
actually, I can just.
Like this is arguably one of the strongest extra deck cards that was ever printed, and it enables so much shenanigans alongside obviously Auroradon, which happens to be arguably the best token generator that they ever printed for the extra deck, because Galaxy Tomahawk and all the other stuff usually requires more to be set up to be able to use them.
Actually, can I go and do this? Because if I go... No, I need a target. Okay, well, I need to do the boring shit, but if anything, like, can show... my Auroradon shit is slightly tamer.
Okay.
But it's boring, but, yeah, I don't have the
Perfection and
other side here, but that's probably fine. I can just... It's not exciting, so and it's very simple, so I can just demo that after. But I have no masters. I would like to, especially for my hand, go for the Vague Shadow.
My good sir,
Yep.
you too. You as well.
Oh, okay. So my other hand was literally two Gofu, two of my bricks, and Nib was my previous hand. So yeah, but yeah.
I mean, you could have passed, and I would have played into it, and it could have fucking died.
I mean, fair enough, but it's like, it's not what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do here is be piece of shit.
Exactly.
So yeah. I will normal summon from my hand. This... Actually, wait, can I still do bullshit? I don't... No, because this thing locks me, right? Because if I go into you... And... yeah, I can't. Okay, it's fine. We'll just do shit a little differently, where... I guess it doesn't matter. These tokens are...
The Winged Beast level 1 Dark can't
yeah,
be
level
Synchro
1's gonna
or
be blah
Torpedo.
blah blah. Yeah, I think I'd rather not.
Like they have
Clock
to
Eye.
be used for Link summons.
Yeah,
I have them
board.
specifically for making like Link Karibo and Needle Fiber.
Yep. The issue is I don't actually, because I can't use. Yeah. We'll see if I guess that'll work because it's just obviously as you said. I think if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I could still do this with one space on my thingamabob, but we'll fucking figure it out as we go. But I will make.
You can also just shoot the thing if need be. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it is also true. And then I will use Hulk to go. Actually, yeah, I go. I go into that. I summon that. I still. Yeah, I think it works. I don't. Oh, we'll fucking figure it out. We'll fucking figure it out, man. This is where it slightly deviates. So I do have Despot in my hand, but for actually, yeah, because I mean I haven't used my normal, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, actually, this is gonna be, I guess, slightly funnier.
So
But
I've just realized something about the Hornet drones. I removed from my deck Magic Formula because in my side deck
actually,
I had Formula Synchron. And the reason for that was, oh, if I end up with a Hornet drones and I get needle fiber and something and Deskbot 001 on board, I can make Formula Synchron, draw one, and then still make Auroradon.
oh shit. Actually, wait. You know what? I can make this work. I forgot how my siding went, so I literally I'll just skip a step and then, well, not skip a step, but instead I'll use Gofu and the actually, yeah, I'll use the 2 tokens and I'll make actually, yeah, I can't. Fuck. This says no tokens. Never mind. In that case, if I make this, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I can.
Or Herald Emerge, or
I can, yeah, because it doesn't allow to use tokens, but instead I can just do because if I have this and I have the tokens, I'm not using it for this combo, but I can just instead I can just use these 2 tokens to make White Shreks, and then
alright, that's a good one.
White Shreks can. Do I even? Because this is a can. I don't need to use this shit, but I can.
You could summon Zephyros and use Zephyros.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can. I'm gonna summon Zeph. I can use Zeph for something else. Then I can. Because
Important note: you can't return extra deck monsters or tokens to hand with Zephyros.
yeah, it needs to specifically be a card that you can return to your hand.
It's a cost. So.
Yep, but I mean, I could. In something here, none of this shit matters, cause if I summon this guy on the board, I'll have a 4. It can. I mean, it can alternate what I can make, I guess, but this specifically, I don't think I had. I don't. These are all 3s, so. I guess I could instead summon a fucking Blackwing or something, but I'll let us just use this just to get the thingamabob out the field. And then I'll use these 2 to make Hulk. Hulk will summon me in.
Let's go, my go.
Because actually, does it work? Because if I summon this, no, it is still fine. I summon this. I don't get the thingy off the field, but it's still fine. I'll normal the Despot. I'll get rid of the Despot and Halak for Auroradon. And normally the thing here is that Auroradon would tribute to get the Olion out from the deck, but I don't actually need to do that this time.
Oh.
And so instead, what we can do is, the only thing that essentially matters there is I would use Auroradon and a token. Now it's just going to be me with more stuff on the board in the end. And if I had one more tuner, which in this case, like if I something like got off White Strix, it will work, but obviously because I don't have the space, I can't get that. But if I could have gotten a if I could have summoned a tuner of that, I could have made a level 5 or level 6 Blackwing Synchro, but instead it's just gonna be we go Herald of Arclights here, and we use these for Cyframe Omega.
That's my goal.
Yippee. And then we just do this, and this is my humble end board. So you know it's more It's not as degen, but it's like it's when it's something that there's like abuses some stuff and is still like accessibly get stuff, and like getting to remove a card from the hand and having a negate of essentially always just one card is obviously really good. And yeah, when I go main phase, I'll just use Omega.
Yep.
And I can just throw a dice if you want to shuffle your hand, since obviously how it went, we can do that first, and then we'll just see what this lands on. Since it's a now you have 6, it's easy, so we can do.
Is this face down? No, you get the info, right?
Yeah, well, just
double check every time. Okay. Starting off, Sky Striker mobilize engage.
the one of engage. Go for it, man.
The singular one. Add to my hand a a Sky Striker mecha Eagle booster.
Eagle booster. What does that even do?
If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, target one face-up monster on the field. That target is unaffected by card effects this turn, except its own. And if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, it cannot be destroyed by battle this turn.
Yo, wait, that's OD.
It would be really good here if the card that I'm using here isn't gonna leave me with a card in the main monster zone. Unless you want to... Oh, actually, this is a summon condition, and then the token is in effect.
Yep.
Any response?
Nope, you're good.
Holy shit! I can actually wait. I might be gaming. I instead of activating the effect of Gofu, I normal summon.
I like it.
And then I make needle fiber using these 2 motherfuckers.
That's beast. I like it.
And then I would like to activate the I would like to activate the effect of needle fiber.
Honestly, I'll herald this.
Okay. Response? Because this negates the effect, not the card.
Yep.
Important. Called by the grave, targeting your Herald or Arclight.
Yep. Seems good. Okay. It is banished.
And now, as well as the activate effects and effects on the field of monsters.
Yeah, so you can't do Herald or Arclight stuff.
On the field.
It's true.
It's true.
You can still get the graveyard stuff.
Yes, which is the actual relevant part.
Yeah, for your deck, obviously, that's what you...
For my deck, that's the most important part. Summon out Despot 001.
Yes, sir.
Then make this motherfucker out here. Aurora Dawn. Then activate the effect of...
Actually, on Aurora Dawn,
yep,
I will go into Phantasme.
Phantasme. That is...
Draw 2 and shuffle 1 back.
Let me think real quick.
Yep.
Because you have Imperm right now, you can just activate that later. Because you could be baiting me for that anyway, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, that's fine.
Yep. I will draw 2 and I will shuffle back.
Eagle Booster is one of the reasons why I also was like,
This one.
This is actually a pretty good addition into the deck because it kind of gives me resilience into certain like cards that can be played into it.
Yep.
Deskbot 001 comes back.
Yes, sir.
And then I would like to synchro off Deskbot 001 for a Herald of the Arc Light. Then
I think this gives you ritual monster, ritual spell. I know I have Eagle Boost and something else.
I can't activate Eagle Booster right now.
And this gives you interpreted for a spell or a monster effect. Anyway, it's gonna be a big one, but you know what? I think here it's time for the big rock to hit the field.
Okay, you activate Nib.
Yes, sir.
I would like to negate the activation of Nibiru.
I mean, it's the stuff gets tributed first and then, right?
No, it's
okay. Well, I mean, obviously, then I won't nib yet because that's what I was thinking. But it's like because you can negate it, but it's
nib isn't cost, nib is effect.
Okay, gotcha.
Which is
because I know you have because there are some lines that I know go into something in less than 5, specifically to counter Nibiru, but
yes,
I don't know what those are. So, but okay, if this is then obviously I will not be doing that yet.
For example,
Well, I mean, now you know I have nib, so it doesn't really make sense, but still.
I'll play the term normally. I think that makes the most sense. But for Nibiru specifically, for example, Infernobles have lines that they use to deal with Nibiru by simply
I mean,
summoning
most
a
modern
Griffin.
decks do.
Yeah.
It was powerful for a long time when it came out, but like there's little stuff like Baron and stuff like that. Like most decks that use Baron could make it like very fast, and it's obviously one way.
And that's like the biggest problem with Nibiru, where it's too strong, so you can't keep it like.
Yep.
You can't not make things that deal with it. Auroradon effect.
Yes, sir.
Then I would like to summon out a Colt Wing, which I have 2 of.
Yippee!
So that I don't lose to drawing one. Then summon 2 tokens, summon Deskbot 001.
Yeah, when I'm trying to do more, other degen shit, that's why I need to my stuff from deck to be actual garnets. If I draw it, then so be it.
Fair. I respect them. I respect them. Summon out a second Herald of the Arclight. Overlay these 2 for a Dugares. And then detach 2 to summon back Deskbot 001 to make another Herald of the Arclight. Actually, I'll just move it over here, just to, and then tribute send both of these to the graveyard to summon out an Intis. And then there was something that I was supposed to do here other than this, other than this, other than this, other than this. I feel like my board is currently way too empty. Oh, right. The Herald. You mind if I activate the Herald triggers? Because I fucking forgot them.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, I'll add to my hand a Herald of Perfection and a
Bantan. Bantan.
Oh, wait, what? That's not right. Oh, it's freezing again. We doid. Video game, please function.
We're heading the 5 to 6 p.m.
Whatever. Yeah.
A moment when stuff stops working.
The thing that was crazy for me earlier was I was doing tests and it just exploded regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of annoying.
We're trying to prevent you from playing this set, which is understandable, to be fair.
It's fair. Honestly, that is fair. I mean, I need to still do this. So I would overlay these 2 here. Because I still need to do this. To summon out Abyss Dweller.
Yeah, and then this is where I would drop the
now you can
big rock.
In response to Nib, I would send Arclight to the graveyard using the Abyss Dweller, which makes it so that your graveyard effects can't be used this turn.
Yes, sir.
And then we crash everything.
Yep.
The rock takes
and
the
it
board.
Gives you, this is 17, 42, so that's 68, 80, 92, and then whatever the fucking defense is.
And then
defense would be
1.4,
14
2.6.
and 18, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, and this is unimport. Yeah. How much was it? 96 and something.
Yeah, 96 and 18 plus, what was it? This? Is it 32?
32, okay.
Yeah.
And that in defense, obviously.
Yeah. I'm not like I right now have anything to run over it anyway, and it's like...
Yeah.
Maybe.
Activate the effect of Elder Entity Intis when it's sent to the graveyard. I would, if this card is sent to the graveyard, I can target a card on the field and destroy it.
Yep.
I would
what would you like to kill?
I mean, I can't swing over this one, and this one is kind of in the way, and that kind of sucks, and I don't really want to... Wait, can I check something from my deck?
Go for it, man.
But it's just going to be faster if I look at this. Yeah, I need to just, I guess, kill this motherfucker. I can't make link place anymore. Yeah, I'll just kill the rock.
Sure.
Also, when Herald hit the grave, I would like to resolve the effect of adding to my hand a Dawn of the Herald.
Yep.
And then activate Dawn of the Herald.
Yep.
To tribute Benten to summon out Herald. And then activate the effect of Benten, add to hand a Christia. And then...
Yep.
Wait. Then special summon Christia because I have 4, and then add to my hand a Benten. And then swing for 2.8.
Yep. I'll take the swing, and yeah, that doesn't matter. I'll try, since we have this one, if I can get the thingamabob, but we don't have to play this round, because obviously your deck does the one thing that it does, and I'll just see if I can do this. If not, then I'll just demonstrate it otherwise, and we can call it there.
I'll just swap a few cards in the extra deck, just like...
Yeah.
Because if I end up playing a turn, it'll be less annoying.
I mean, it's literally, I'll see if I can get the combo. If not, I'll just get the cards and then do it. There's a lot more cards for... I think this works.
Okay.
Because... actually, wait, these need different... Yeah, they need different names. So instead, because... I mean, we'll see. I'll consider these other names if I need to, but we'll see first. I'll just normal you. I'll special you. I will use these two to make a... Actually, I think... Would I make Force Tricks first? You know what? I think...
Oh yeah, Force Tricks.
Yeah, I can't make those because... I mean, I need to do this because I don't have the... Because Gale is a level 3. And then this can abuse link material, but that's fine. I'll go for Bora. It's in defense, but it doesn't really matter. Now I control other stuff. I can summon these at the 2. Yeah, doesn't matter. I can just this stuff. And then I can use... yeah, it doesn't matter. This is enough. Because I can just do... I mean, I could still... Because if I do Force Tricks, it gives me another one here. I can use these. Yeah, I mean, Force Tricks is just free extension, so I guess I'll do this. So basically, the Blackwing are just here to get the bodies easily. Yep. And then just do this. I don't think... Actually, yeah, I can't, because I didn't... Then if I had one more, I could, yeah, whatever. I will detach, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll detach Bora, I'll add, yeah, this is what it was, yeah. If I had Foolish in my, actually, you know what? Since we're just demand this isn't for anything, I'll just, instead of this imperm, I'll consider to have had Foolish in my hand, because then Foolish would give me... Actually, it doesn't fucking matter. Huh. It can be the singing Lania, sure. Because this summons this gives anything to had, it doesn't matter. It's essentially give me another Blackwing name. We can just grab another Bora, sure. And if this was my hand, doesn't matter. It was essentially one other name that I could summon, because this activates, so it gives me the rank up magic thingy, which sets this thing. And then I need to check, how's this worded? Yeah, never mind. This doesn't matter. So I said this. And I go summon this. I have Force Tricks. It's essentially the that's why Foolish was. Because I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Foolish was enough, but the same thing could have been done, because if I have Foolish, I Foolish the what's his face? I Foolish Zephyros. Zephyros bounces the rank up magic soul save force that I just set to my hand, and I can obviously just use it this turn again, and that's
a face-up card.
Sorry?
Face-up card. for
Oh, was
Zephyros.
it? Wait. I had something. What was it for then?
I mean, you can bounce Bora, right? And Bora just comes back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because it doesn't have a limit. Yeah, that's right. Was it? I could have sworn because it was Black Werewolf is obvious, but I swear there was another thing. Maybe I was thinking of because my side deck was the whole another archetype that I was talking about I was just running 14 of the actual like Simorgh archetype cards. So like that, I guess like I might have been thinking that field spell because they obviously also have a field spell. I might have been thinking that because I do you remember there were two like spell traps that could use it for. But yeah, you're right. It just I can bounce any of my Blackwings and it does the same thing. So yeah, you're right.
With Gale, it's even menacing because you can use Gale, bounce Gale, summon Gale, use Gale.
Yeah. It's nice when you're going second, but it's essentially the thing that matters is I have white Strix and I have 4 bodies, one of which is 4 Strix, which is obviously the thingy for actually did I even
Is it time for the 5-headed Link Dragon?
Yes. Actually wait, even if I don't have never mind, this shit still works because it's like I use these two because it just needs to be the same shit to go into Union Carrier. Then I use these two because they're the thingamabobs to go into Simorgh. Then I use the Union Carrier to... Well, before that I would use this to summon out Shepherd Dragon Infinity, which also gives me obviously the dragon name, which is what it's important for, and it just obviously works nicely with the Blackwing stuff. And then I would equip my Simorgh from deck with the... So I guess the initial hand was actually the best because I had, now when I'm thinking about it, I literally had the perfect hand because I had Imperm, which gives me obviously an extra thingy. But yeah, this would obviously just equip Thunderbird. And this is the thing that I'm pretty sure you can't actually get the Thunderbird cards in this set. And not Thunderbird, the Mist Valley cards in the set because obviously end phase Simorgh checks there are 8 slots, which is essentially this always worked with the what's his face? This always worked with the Blackwing engine because every time like in testing, the most amount that would happen is I would have Imperm in 1 slot, I would have Black Whirlwind in 1, which I'm only running 1 of because of that, because I never want more than that, because yes, I can bounce it with Zephyros, but if I can't get Zephyros, it clogs, and obviously I can't summon Apex Avian with that. And if I have Imperm, I have Black Whirlwind, and obviously the equipped Thunderbird, that is exactly 7 open slots, so you can still summon Apex Avian. And obviously the Sidra Infinity it's kind of extra there, but it's still like, it's just there if there's chain blocking or some shit. But essentially what this does, you have Sidra for the negate and steal. You have Imperm set, and I'm sure I don't have to explain to anybody the Apex Avian Thunderbird locks, because it essentially means every chain there's a negate.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
But with chain blocking, you can get through that.
I would like to activate.
This is the other half of the deck.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking strong. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm gonna try to see if I can break this.
I respect.
Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones.
In the Imperm column.
No, not the Imperm column. Sorry, my bad. Here.
Not like it matters, because not like I don't.
Just fucking power move. Play it in the Imperm column.
Yeah, because it's like there's nothing you can for
you
that.
Can't target anything that I have. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I'm interested. I'll just negate the first thing, because at least that way you have some avenue there. So
With what are we negating it with?
when a card or effect is activated, I can target a Mist Valley card to.
Yes, but you have 2 cards that can negate. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm negating it." And
Oh
then be
yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm using AVN. I'm bouncing back this guy, and then he gets summoned at the end. But actually, yeah. But I'm using Apex AVN.
Wait, that should still be fine, right? Control no cards. So get rid of that. Wait, no, this guy's not big enough. No. My math.
Oh, yeah, like being able to.
Yeah, I was just
swing
like,
over
I'm just gonna
something?
swing over this motherfucker, but I'm like, wait, no, none of these guys are big enough.
Hot take. I think stuff with essentially Omni negates should be like at most like 1500. So you can always just, okay, I'm gonna give up my battle phase. I'll normal summon Sparkman and beat over it.
Yeah, so what I have is Deskbot 001. And it's like, yeah, I can probably swing over this Thunderbird. I'm gonna try to see what you respond with using the Cyber Dragon Infinity here, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
But I activate Ghost Ogre in response to Ape.
All right.
You
Well,
need to use this one.
yeah, I obviously to negate that one, I will use Sidra Infinity for that.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering, because like, oh wait, that's just the wrong order of things. I should use this first, targeting Apex Avian, activate Hornet Drones in response to activate Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit in response to Apex Avian. You activate Sidra, I activate Hornet Drones, I get Hornet Drones. It's too small still, but Kagari is big enough to swing over a Miss Valley Thunderbird.
Yep.
That would work. Sound good? I just realized, like, if I activate Imperm, targeting this,
Yep.
you negate
And
that, regardless of which one you negate that
obviously
with.
negated with
And
the Thunderbird thingy. And
I
then
activate Ghost Ogre on that, and then you presumably also negate that with Infinity, and then I respond with Hornet Drones, and then I get the token out.
yep, that way you
Yeah.
would get the token.
And then I summon out
Oh.
a Kagari.
Actually, you couldn't, because yeah, I forgot the reason why Simorgh is banned and Apex Avian isn't. You can't target my winged beasts with card effects. I forgot that. Yeah. There's this little line on Simorgh Beard of Sovereignty that says,
That's a problem.
yeah.
That's the.
I was
Then I have to target the Infinity, which means that you use Infinity on it.
Yeah, I was literally just sitting here. It's like, why actually did they ban Simorgh and not Apex Avian? And then I read that line of text, and it's like, oh,
Then
yeah.
it's a case of I need to target this thing with the Imperm, and then it resolves the same, assuming you do the same. But I don't think you use the Avian on the.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, because
it doesn't make sense.
The only thing that you can then Ghost Ogre is my Infinity, which is mostly here to establish like this chain anyway, so doesn't really matter. So I mean, can change it at your I'm in that case, yeah, you would use Imperm on my Infinity, so I would
I used Infinity on the Imperm, and I used Ghost Ogre on the Infinity.
Yeah, actually,
and
does it
just let it die?
At that, yeah, because I mean, at that point it doesn't matter, because like it would negate the extra, it would negate the extra attack boost on it anyway. So yeah, and then yeah, this thing would die, and my Thunderbird would instead still be here because I haven't obviously used that.
And then this thing doesn't even go anywhere.
Yeah, because then you would Hornet Drones. Then I would go for Thunderbird. If you have more stuff for the chain link there, then you could do more stuff. Yeah, because I was literally sitting here. It's like, why is Apex Avian not banned? But yeah, making Apex Avian unable to essentially be interact with it for the most part. Yeah, that's probably does it.
It's very fair and balanced. Thank you, video game.
Yeah, and this is also what when I was having like I had this Simorgh stuff there for as well, is like essentially like having the some of the Simorghs, because they're also easy to get on board, and the field spell means that it's just extra protection for the Simorgh link.
Normal summon Plague Shredder.
What the? Okay, what does this achieve on its own?
I normal summon Plague Spreader. I use Plague Spreader. I summon out Almirage. I use the effect of Plague Spreader to summon itself back out to make Needle Fiber.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
then
it, like this no like this line is actually a really good way of getting into this because it's like, well, you just draw into Plague Spreader and it's an immediate way of like unbricking your hand by putting the bricks back into the deck if you need to draw into them or I need to actually summon them out. It's Plague Spreader is really good here, but no, I don't think there is a way out as long as I can't target this.
yeah, because like then the Needle Fiber hits, I can imperm Needle Fiber, so it's not, you can't even beat over Thunderbird with Needle Fiber because it doesn't hit the field yet.
Oh, I mean, activate Hornet Drones.
And then, sure, that
summon this motherfucker.
Then we can do this. But you can still like, fact, because this isn't.
Because like the thing is, if I could get this into Kagari, there would still be enough fucking damage on board to at least get through two of these motherfuckers.
Yep.
And then there would also be the ability to use this.
Yeah.
But this doesn't help me here.
But I mean,
yeah, obviously the actual play is to just say that I kill this motherfucker before he can activate its effects, and then I can kill this motherfucker before he can activate its effects.
Obviously, like for the most part, what you do is prevent the entire thing from happening. But it's like, as you demonstrate, you can still like do stuff when you're like interacting in the chain link, but is it healthy for the game, especially in 2020? Fuck no, it ain't.
You know what the actual most fucked up part about this is? So let's say I get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
And I get rid of this guy, right?
Yeah. Let's say that.
Then I go main phase 2. You still have an Omni Negate.
I mean, yeah.
Like this thing doesn't die because it just pounds itself. And that aspect of it is also like, okay, so not only do you have like an infinite number of Omni Negates, I can't even kill you.
Yeah.
Like I can't even deal with this thing. And then even if this happened to work out the way that it does, it would end up in a position where, oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. We can just do downside and then we can get out here and that's whatever. We've basically done what there was to do. The final line was that I will say, when there's Blackwing to be played, there is Blackwings to be played.
So my extra deck.
And also I had this thing, which is what I sided in for, the Mirage Herald, which is essentially like the, if I'm going second with, because like I said, like I have a lot more for this side of the deck, and mostly because the Aurodon Needle Fiber, you can get that shit off fucking anything. Like, dude, put a tuner on the board and any other monster, and that's Needle Fiber. That's also why it's so insanely crazy. It's like I didn't have to put a lot into that, so it's like I can this is essentially here to be then like, okay, if I'm going second, I can still do the play, and then Scarlight can just nuke the field maybe. But
it's I had Scarlight in the side deck as well, but I also had the Omni Negate version of Red Dragon Archfiend.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, if I can get into this, that'll be quite fucking sick. And then, obviously, we're playing a deck with tuners, with a lot of synchro monsters. We have Stardust Dragon in the set, so we get Shooting Riser Dragon.
Let's go. It was actually like probably the only target that I've ever in my life seen like Needle Fiber summon with its tag out.
Yeah, because you can then use it on your opponent's turn. And then obviously, motherfucking Quasar.
Yep.
He my theme song.
But yeah, the idea about my Blackwing stuff is Cheater the Rain Sparkling is just, it's 7 with Gale and a bunch of Force. It's just the thing that comes up the most, and it's the better 7 that I figured, because it's also an Assault Blackwing that you can do. And then I had 1 extra slot, so I had 2 Sohaya. So using Sohaya to summon Sohaya, those 2 could make Blackwing Full Armor Master, because obviously in the episode where Full Armor Master came out, we also got the first wave of actually playable Galaxy Eyes support, so that's why I ended up playing that and didn't play Blackwing. So I was like, you know what? If it comes to I'm trying to play honest hoops, then maybe getting into at least the towers like could be something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have also been kind of cool, largely because the fact that it then becomes a game of, hey, can you just kill me? Can you just out me? And with this deck, with the cards that I have in here, probably not actually.
Could be.
If I don't get into Quasar, I don't think I can out that guy. So,
Fair.
because wait, no, wait. I need all 5 of my slots to be full of machine monsters.
So
And
you
then
can crash
fucking-
fucking Despot.
What a hero!
That's beast mode.
He's kind of cracked like that.
Although actually, oh yeah, never mind. This is a quick effect. Yeah. I remembered Polymer Master being a quick effect. So I'm like, I can't even do that because when you're swinging, I yoink one of your wedge guys, and suddenly it's like, oh shit, I'm too small, and I die now. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's how quick effect works. Yeah, that's funny.
Also, I mean, yeah, you have to yoink it before damage step, but yeah, it's kind of goofy how spooky the stuff one can actually turn out to be.
Yep, it is. It is funny. But I mean, I think it's kind of neat. Like, you got to see most of there's more degenerate shit there as well. And like, gotta give the set credit as well. I mean, if you watched the anniversary episode, you know, we gave it some credit there already. It genuinely, it gives a bunch of, since I don't do set breakdowns anymore, let me actually just pull it up so I can just show the, what's actually in here. But it doesn't get its flowers for the other side as often because there's so much degenerate shit here. But like, Gilgamesh is still like one of the best DDD cards, and like,
well, yeah, it's pretty much the only thing that enabled the deck for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, when it came out, it's literally like, okay, this deck is finally playable. Strix is really fucking good for Raid Raptors. Aliens are dog shit, but Shock Trooper tries. There's stuff for Dark Hurls. Protector Whelp is here. Ancient Gear Ballista, as you obviously me talk about in the anniversary episode. There's stuff for heroes. There's Crossroads Dragon. There's even fucking reptilian support that's good, but I mean, it's reptilian, so who the fuck cares? There's Verte, which is maybe leaning on the degen side, but still. Well, Yuki Onna, you heard me talk about this way back when I first played my Akashi. It's like, if we had this and the Link 3, like, we could actually do stuff like fucking Ojama Emperor is here. Like, there is genuinely, like, this is probably the single best set when it comes to just giving good links to a bunch of legacy archetypes. But yeah, there's, you can see when I just scroll through, I don't think there is a set, maybe some like really old set which had like all the Pot of Greeds and everything like that, but it's not a lot of sets that have this amount of orange and red when you're just scrolling through the cards.
Let me see. Power of the Elements might be close.
That is probably gonna. It has a bunch of limits, but that is gonna be close. I mean, that's like the modern equivalent of just a, like, what was the Duelist Alliance, which gave us like Shadow, and like that's the modern equivalent. That way, it's just like, hey, here's just a bunch of fucking insane archetypes. Good luck. It's like
3 banned cards, 3 banned cards, 4 limited cards.
Did this have?
It's pretty good. Pretty good
I think this had 5 bans and 2 or 3 limits.
So we're about equal on.
Yeah, it's 3 limits and 5 ban cards. Yeah, I mean, if we're comparing something to Power of the Elements,
it's crazy
good
at that point. Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you wanna say about the set itself?
Well, for Duel Overload itself, I think this is one of the biggest points in late stage Yu-Gi-Oh, where the game takes a shape that I personally don't find that appeling.
That's a crazy thing to say after today's episode. Like, I thought this was super interactive and cool.
Yeah, I like the part where I summoned the uninteractable floodgate that says that, oh, every time that you play the game, I get to play the game more. Oh, you wanted to put cards on board? Well, I have this card that says you can't use cards from your hand to negate things because they go to the banish instead of sending to the graveyard, so you can't activate them. Oh, and also I can negate anything that you activate because fuck you. And I can hold that until the moment that it doesn't matter anymore, and then I just summon out my Omni Negate and my Floodgate.
What the fuck is Herald of Arclight, by the way? Why is it an Omni Negate that's also a Searcher?
Oh, it's because it's a level 4.
Like it's like this is a
Oh.
pseudo macrocosmos that is an
Yeah.
omninegate that is a searcher and it's a level 4. It's like what the fuck were we smoking with this card?
So the scary part about this card is the fact that it says the macrocosmos effect fucks over any deck that says, "Hey, I would like to send as cost from my hand or
Yep.
main deck." Lamau, lol, you can't activate that. Fuck you. Why? Because you can't send cards to the graveyard. It doesn't exist, motherfucker. And it's like, okay, sure, I guess let's go. This is exactly the kind of play pattern that heroes have for the longest time with Darklaw. Arclight is just that, but it has an Omni-Negate. But as we just established a moment ago, an Omni-Negate should be something that you can swing over with a fucking goober.
Yeah, it's the one thing. If this thing was 2000, this would be literally on the top 10 list of most outrageous card designs in this entire game, I think.
It's already like because level 4 is surprisingly hard to get to in a lot of decks.
That's the one thing. At least like a level 4 synchro. That's the one card type where it's like, okay, being a level 4 actually probably good because it's not that crazy to get to.
Except for the part where obviously the game has an infinite amount of token generators nowadays, which just enable this kind of degeneracy, and it's fucking nonsense because of that. And that just kind of leads into a position where you get to make a deck that gets to play for free.
Yep.
And your opponent might have interaction, but like, well, I have more. And that's what modern Yu-Gi-Oh is. That's why whenever I talk to Oka about Yu-Gi-Oh, he goes like, only 5 points of interaction, Lamau. And I'm sitting there like, my brother in Christ, I have 2 spell trap negates, I have a monster negate, I have a non-targeting pop, and I have another non-targeting pop, and I can send anything I want from my deck to the graveyard at instant speed, and I can pop 2 cards on board, summon a card, and then pop another card. And that's not enough for you?
Yep.
What? That's biblical greed, motherfucker!
That's even higher at that fucking biblical greed at that point.
And obviously, now the game has shifted slightly away from that again by just shooting all the generic omni-negates.
Yeah, I do like that. One thing that they've realized is like, well, 2 things. It's like they're banning a lot of the floodgates, most of the floodgates. They're banning a lot of like omni-negates, and I think like those 2 things are like big pain points for a majority of the people, which like understandably so. And I think like that's at least them realizing that and trying to get rid of the problem slow and steady is like that's a step in the right direction.
And in that sense, Genesis is obviously a good example of this, because I think a lot of cards on here have a lot of Genesis points, and then the links obviously are not legal in Genesis.
Yep.
And the links are like the most banned things in here. So it's like, yeah, okay, sure, why not?
And that is a great segue. A lot of the links are not also going to be legal for us.
I have a proposition.
Let's hear it.
This motherfucker Archlord Christia kind of flew under the radar because I was defending him and be like, okay, but he's kind of hard to get out because you need to play a deck specifically for it. And then I played a deck specifically for it, and I played Herald of Perfection next to it.
I love that you brought it up. I was literally going to say, before we get to those...
See you, Christine.
Yeah, before we get to those offenders from this set, I completely, like... I kind of overlooked and over Archlord Christia, but now when she's had her time to shine once, it just makes sense right there on the ban list. Last 2 monsters we have added here are Vantage Runa and Vantage Fiend. Welcome, Archlord Christia. I think you're gonna fit really well with these 2 offenders in the jail cell.
I think for like certain sets where it's kind of just a part of the deck, it's kind of whatever to be playing it. And obviously, I think the point of it's not easy to get by name was something that was brought up when I was talking about this. But I played a light fairy deck, and this is pretty much the definition of light fairy support.
Yep.
And that's like grounds for immediately just going.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one thing that is a lot of these. Well, we'll get started with the first obvious one. So, Union Carrier, unfortunately, I think it's gotta go.
Well, it says machine on it.
Yeah, it has machine. Actually, does it? It's only
its requirements are machine.
well, even if it didn't, it's still there have never been anything honest done with Union Carrier. As much as we would love to be like, yeah, you're using it to equip your Union stuff from the deck, you're fucking not. And being able to basically like any set, especially because we obviously the dragon naming stuff means that when there's dragon in the set, there's dragon Buster Sword, whatever it is. Essentially the thing that just says your opponent cannot summon from the extra deck. And being able to put a dragon into your deck and equip that directly from the deck.
That was a deck that I was considering playing.
Yep. So
and
it's
like that's saying a lot.
Yep. So it's essentially and now you saw, like, that's the other example we're bringing up after you just saw it equips essentially an infinite Omni-Negate from your deck. So yeah. The other one, go ahead.
It's in like this thing enables degeneracy at levels that even Skill Drain and other similar cards doesn't. I think Mystic Mine is a less degenerate card than Union Carrier because Mystic Mine is a card that actually has play patterns that work into it. Whereas this motherfucker is just like, yeah, I play, I do Simorgh, and then I get this motherfucker out, and then I summon Apex Avian, and now I bounce bullshit for forever.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And then the other easy one, which is a little bit unfortunate because it is one of the most iconic Link still of all time, but unfortunately, we gotta shoot Needle Fiber because it's tuner support. We're gonna have tuners every time. By bare minimum, we always have Plague Spreader, which still gives you a bunch of bodies. It's
like that's the thing. Plague Spreader as our like de facto tuner just makes Needle Fiber.
Yep.
If you draw into it, you can play it. And that's the scary part.
If you make it otherwise, it's fine. You get Plague Spreader with it, you use them to make a Link 3 of anything, you get Plague Spreader back, you can do more stuff. It just... Needle Fiber breaks a lot of tuners, and it's not really interesting. The coolest part about this card is tagging into shooting Riser Dragon and doing stuff with that, but...
And then Clear Mind starts playing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't think that is enough to keep it off the list. Another thing, these are now, I will say, I think these are a step below. I still think the fact that Aurora Dawn, we've established that token, if something makes specific amount or some tokens, it's not that is not enough for it to be machine support. But unfortunately, if we look at the requirements on Aurora Dawn,
there's machine.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's a Mega Phantom Beast, which is like, brother, how many words do you want?
Yeah, the Beast alone is gonna give it to us a lot. It's generic machine support, and in our format, which is supposed to be lower power level, it's supposed to be more niche stuff. Being able to just get a card that gives you 3 tokens and can access stuff from the deck or add like traps or a body on the field, or just be a generic pop. It's like, if it's used for the pop, it's still like in most part just a way better nightmare. And if you're using it for that, we have the nightmares, and this being just a way more flexible thing and being so accessible, I don't think we can have this shit.
It's too easy. Way too easy. I think it's one of the most justified bannings that we're gonna have for a long time after this.
And then finally, just to complete the quadfecta, I think Simorgh can also go.
I think that's fair. I don't think Simorgh... like, nobody plays Simorgh in an honest fashion.
Yeah.
You can make that argument about Needle Fiber, but nobody plays Simorgh in a way that is actually honest.
Yeah. As we obviously established, like, I didn't actually have the grounds. Like, I just tanked. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna cheat. I forgot to make my deck breakdown before this episode. This time you'll see. Obviously, you will have seen the deck breakdown before this. I will record it myself after this, but I will definitely talk about it there where it's like, oh yeah, I literally don't get these from everywhere. I'm just gonna run them just because we're gonna do degenerate shit this episode. But outside of like summoning Apex Avian, obviously the limited stuff, there's still like it's more limited in what you can do with this, but still being able to access a wing piece from the deck and also give everything targeting protection from card effects. It's like, do we really need this? And even without this card, like if you're trying to play the Simorgh deck itself, it's still like fine. You can, there's a good amount of like generic link stuff that you can put into it and you can play, and the rest of the Simorgh cards are like, they're neat and you can still play them. So this is not killing that in any way either. And I think even with that, like, I think the only one that we're missing is Simorgh Bird of Perfection, which like does a lot for the deck and kind of completes it, but it's still like, this is the one that I'm is the least offending out of the bunch, just because like the way Fence is like very niche and it can only show up for the most part in a specific archetype for us, but it just makes sense to complete the quadfecta, and like I don't think we're gonna be missing Simorgh. And once again, another thing here is it's still like it's generic Winged Beast support, and while that is more of a niche archetype, do we still need it? Probably not.
No, I don't think it's worth keeping around at all. I think it's a generally unhealthy card for... It's... how to describe this? It's like if we wanted to keep around a card that can turn any deck into having an easy control piece. Because, like, obviously, Mist Valley Apex Avian does not mention Winged Beast in its effect text once, which means that you can't play it through this guy or through other Winged Beasts. But at the same time, it is scary enough that if you can get it, it means that Simorgh is just like, oh, I get to go into Simorgh, I get to summon Apex Avian, I get to do bullshit with this, I get to bounce it, I have an Omni Negate for essentially free every turn now. And that's fine. Like that's already like really strong. It was strong enough at one point to, I think, have people be thinking about shooting Apex Avian during like the Pendulum era, when you could just draw into Apex Avian and summon it, because it was just a free Omni Negate every turn. You would just play it and then like negate something on your opponent's turn, and then play it again on next turn. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's good, especially because you can't deal with it outside of like ramming into it essentially.
Yeah.
Or using a Lightning Storm.
But I think with those 5, I think that's good.
Hell yeah. I agree.
We'll look at Verte in the future, but for now, like the only showcase that Dragoon has had is a early showing up, courtesy of yours truly. But it has some stuff that it can enable, and it's not nearly as bad as what these 4 can do, I think. Especially the first trio here, and I think in addition to those, like obviously Christia is another like very warranted. It's 2 more hoops, but it's essentially a vanities card still. So yeah. And obviously, once again, like it's fair support, which like everything that's super degenerate and it's support for a specific set of cards is gonna show up for us a lot more, and it's gonna homogenize the format that otherwise we think is pretty damn cool. So would rather just keep those things out of there. So yeah. But with all of that though, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. And yep.
What are we doing next?
Our next set is going to be, let me find it, Secret Slayers, after which we're playing a structure deck episode. It's been a long while, at least it feels like, since we had one of those, so that's going to be exciting. So next time it's going to be Secret Slayers, and the loser of that will get to pick whether they play Mechanized Madness or the new Shadow structure deck. So that's exciting stuff. But Secret Slayers, it's been a while since I've looked at the set, so I don't exactly remember what's in there, but... Oh, it's what?
There's Eldritch in this set.
Oh, that one of the 2 cards that initially made is the reason why I quit Master Duel. Shout out Eldritch and shout out Drytron. God. Anyways, we'll see you next week for some Secret Slayers. Thank you so very much for watching. And like I said, like, sorry if these are more haphazard when these episodes come out. Please understand Jeexx is very busy with actually being a productive human being. So hopefully you understand. Yeah. And regardless, we'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.